Alright, good morning everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I am fired up to be back. It is Monday, the best day of the week. Nothing beats a Monday morning. I don't care what anyone says. Traders know that. But alright, let's get into this watch list this morning. We did have a few good stocks on watch today. Alright, so SINT, what do we got going on here? We have another low float stock here. 2 million in float stock. Does have a headline. Does have SSR on. But it does have a huge amount of bag holders, which you do got to be cautious. You can see we're already seeing some selling pressure this morning. Look at the daily chart here. We just went on a recent run. So what do we know? We're gonna have a lot of longs who are stuck bag holding this from this previous run, which is gonna lead to some overhead supply. So something that we do got to be cautious about. And you can see, people are holding this. See the stock up 30%. What are they gonna do? They're gonna start to sell. They don't want to hold the bag any longer. So that's why we've been seeing some selling pressure this morning. So on these types of setups, do gotta be cautious. Long in these things. Like I said, we do have the bag holder resistance, and at the same time, you still gotta be cautious on the short side. It's still a 2 million flow stock with good volume. This thing could definitely push and run. But this morning I'm leaning a little bit more towards the short side. If I had to give you my opinion on it. So what I'll be looking for this is a possible, pop and fail. So, we'll be seeing, we'll want to see a pop into resistance. Ideally like this 230, 240 area for a possible morning rejection for some more fade. Depending on how the volume looks, depending on how the price action looks on SINT, could this end up being a long? It's possible. If we reject 230, 240, we start to pull back base above $2, make some higher lows, start to curl and push. Yeah, definitely we could possibly look for a long, but like I said, you gotta be careful. Look at the daily chart. Recent spike here, had another recent spike here, so it's gonna be some overhead resistance on SINT. All right, next NTGN. This is one I had a little trouble on Friday. But you guys could see, this one did working. My thesis was right on the play. This was going to be a fader, and you could see did have that the morning spike started to consolidate. Then it ended up fading on throughout the day. I did get caught up in this one short, stopped out, and then it kind of did its thing and fading on off. So now looking for the day 2 pattern here. We'll be looking for pops to short into Friday's resistance. You can see this 340 level here. So if we start to push, 340s, 350s, could look to start in short. As long as the volume's low, I definitely think this could be a nice red day today, possibly sub 3 on NTGN. Alright, was gonna go over KOOL, but there's not really much going on there now. It faded on off, only up 4%. The volume's very light. News was kind of BS on this one too. But this is one that you could see maybe chat pumps start to push on that bad open on KOL. So, we could see this thing get pumped this morning on KOL by some other chat rooms. Just wanted to throw it out there. I have no idea if they will or not. It just looks like one of those plays that could be like a target of some newsletters. But yeah, that's gonna be today's watch list. Nice and short. Few plays on watch. I think they have some good potential today. And if you guys have any tickers you want me to check out, I know you guys mentioned FCEL. I mean, give this one a look. Yep, nice. Up 22%. Doing some nice pre-market volume. 2 million shares traded. Let's check out the daily chart. Nice. The daily chart starting to curl here. And I see what you mean. If this thing gets over 50, does have some room to run up to this resistance level up here, up to like this 60 70 cent mark. We'll start to have some resistance, but definitely a nice chart. Look at the curl. Looks like it has a headline this morning and doing some nice volume. So good eye there, Victor, for finding this play. If you guys like playing sub $1 plays, I think this would definitely be a nice little play this morning. Nice, Bralett, up 43% from your swing on FCEL. Yeah, congrats to you, man. Awesome. CYOU is a buyout, so that one's just going to trade sideways. Alright, so that's the watch list. You guys know what I'm watching. You guys know what I'm looking for. Just going to check out the Discord chat real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright. Let's see. NTGN, right at that 330 mark. We trade FTEL will be a good entry price. Let me look. We're gonna have some support right around this 46 cent mark. So you got our 1 minute EMA lines here at this 46, 45 cent mark. So could look for a weak open pullback to this this mark here for a pushback on up on FCEL. If you want to play the breakout, you could look for the 50 cent breakout here on FCEL. Like I said, this is like a daily resistance mark. 50 cent. It's a big natural resistance. So if you get over that mark, and we could start to see a push on FCEL. Let me check out the float. 27 million, not bad for a sub $1 play. These move a lot quicker, than a like a $2-3 stock that would have a 27 million in float. You see the volume is pretty good as well. So like I said, you can look for that 45 cent mark dip off our EMA lines, or you can look for the 50 cent breakout. But if you're gonna look for this breakout, you probably have to give it some room back down to this 45 cent mark. So you have to have a 5-6 cent stop. So FCEL, we could definitely keep that one on watch today. So we'll keep FCEL on watch, NTGN, and SINT on watch. So those will be our top 3 watches. So there you go, over that 50 cent mark on FCEL. Very nice. We'll keep it on the bottom level too. Bike, what's going on? Good morning. Let's see if we can hold this 50 cent mark on FCEL. Got about 10 minutes till the market opens. As you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of sub $1 plays. Just don't have a great history of trading them. Looking back at most of my losses, a lot of them do come from under $1 plays. So I usually don't trade them. Not saying I'll totally ruling out trading FCEL today, but I just know my statistics that I don't have a high success rate trading stocks under $1, and I would say even below like 150. Sometimes I do have trouble like $1, $1.20 plays for whatever reason. Maybe that's a little bit tighter range. So I usually do avoid them. I'm not saying I'm like awful at trading them. It's not like I lose almost every time on them. Just looking back at my statistics, I just don't have as high of a win rate on them. How's NLS looking? I can definitely check that out for you. Let me look. Other chart. So right now, low volume today. I like the institutional ownership, pretty high there. Float's not terrible at 28 million. Chart looks pretty beat. Looks like it's at like these 52-week lows. Had a high volume day on Friday. A higher volume, and not a extremely high volume day, but relatively higher than usual. And it has a little gap this morning, so it could definitely see a possible reversal. If you want to just get in here, risking off the lows. But personally, I wouldn't be touching it. I'd be waiting for some sort of catalyst, wait for some news to come on out. Then you could go and attack from there. But I'm not seeing anything as far as like a technical breakout. Just seeing a possible 52-week bounce on NLS. Yeah, you guys gotta know that the market's changing a little bit. We were in that crazy squeeze market where every gapper was just along. We were seeing gappers run $2-3, just low float madness, supernova season, and now we slowly transitioning back to like normal conditions. That was extremely hot. What we saw, what was it, like the end of August? Maybe like the first week of September. We were in that crazy supernova squeeze market. Now we're back to normal conditions. So not every gapper, is gonna be along. We're gonna see some gappers fade on off. We're gonna see some gappers have tight range. So we got to adjust and play it by ear and see how these plays react, and we can go from there. Did see Mbop pop up a little bit here. Mbop, former runner, does have a little gap this morning. Gonna have some $8 resistance here. FCEL 52 cents. This one's starting to push off that 50-cent breakout. Let's see SINT kind of going sideways a little bit here on much lighter volume than earlier this morning. So no really, I wouldn't say that. I would say a little bit more on the short side on SINT, but I'm still being cautious and still open to possible long on it. So we'll see how this one plays on out. After the market opens. I'm not gonna be taking any trades now. Not in anything. Haven't made a single trade today. I'll let you guys know when I do enter a position and exit a position. Corey, I'm sorry to hear about that, man. I did say if you want to talk, ever want to chat, you more than welcome to DM me, and I could try my best to help you on out. I hope the best for you and your trading going forward. There's nothing wrong with hopping over to paper at all. Don't feel ashamed of yourself. The best traders, paper trades. There's times where I, will hop on paper, but you know, I hope the best for you. If you're ever going through a slump and it happened. It happened to professional athletes. Everyone goes through slumps, here and there, and there's nothing wrong with hopping on the simulator. I know traders who make a living, hop on paper sometimes. They're in a slump and they hop on paper. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. Of course, Rob. Obviously it's not the same emotional effect. It's totally different. On the real account, the emotions are there. You don't get that same effect when you're on the paper. So I totally agree with you there. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying, if you're in a slump, having a few red trades or multiple red trades, your head's just kind of in a fog. Nothing wrong at all with hopping on the simulator account. Corey, right there, you hit it on the nail, man. That's probably why you're not finding consistency on the real account. You need a consistent strategy. You got to have an edge in the market. Without an edge, you're just gonna get eaten up. It's a tough game. Why do you think 90% of traders fail? A lot of that is traders don't have the proper process, and they don't have a strategy. If you don't have a playbook, what are you doing? You gotta hop on that. Well, the market's just gonna eat up your money in your account. But all right, we got about 1 minute. Enough of the rant and the talking. I love helping you guys out, but right now, market's about to open, so let's lock in. Let's focus, and let's see if we get any nice trades, some nice setups on our hands this morning. All right, let's see NTGN. Watching this one out of the gate for a possible short. SINT. We'll let this one play on out. See how it sets on up. All right, we are open. All right, let's see. There's KOL, MBOT as well. So FCL, nice 54 cents. Nice off that 50 cent breakout. KOL, I don't know for sure, but you could definitely see a chat pump moving in on this over 4. This does look like a setup that a chat pump will will possibly target. So watch out to get pumped over 4 on KOL. SINT, light volume, kind of going sideways. NTGN has a bidder there at 320. You can see like NTGN, that's the one that everyone forgot about. It's Friday's runner. Light volume now. Everyone forgot about that one, and it's now moving on to other plays. It's another reason why the day 2 setup is a nice little setup. But really need that pop to get short into it. And here's KOL over 4. You can see light volume, light spreads, low liquidity, low float. And nothing wrong with playing it, but just know, you're getting into a chat pump most likely. And there it is, 430 is KOL. And we'll see if it comes crashing on down like a chat pump usually do. Come crashing down just as fast as they go up. So no pop yet on NTGN to get short into. If it dumps without me, good for NTGN. I don't want to make the same mistake as I did on Friday and be a chaser. Back at 310. If it goes under $3, good for NTGN, but I don't want to be a chaser. I could have started in early. I was thinking about it. Then I remember what happened on Friday as I started in early on the same play, and I got burned. So I don't want to make the same mistake. Let the early shorts get squeezed out. After they get squeezed out, then I'll look to start in. And there's KOL back in the 390s, so you guys can see, classic pump and dump there. Went on up to 430. Now back at 390. Could I have shorted KOL? Yeah. I definitely could have, but it's just not my not my strategy. Sometimes these chat pumps will go higher than you think, and get halted, and you can really get burned. Let's see, SINT. Let's turn our attention towards SINT a little bit here. You see volume's extremely light, but sometimes we do see this, light volume out of the gates, and then it starts to curl and push. Could see a quick little squeeze on SINT, and then wouldn't be surprised if it gives back its gains. So I'm watching it a little bit here. You can see a lot of having a lot of trouble at this 186 mark. A lot of orders going through, but it's just not budging. And there's that stuff move there on SINT and rejected that 186 mark. You guys can see it was definitely a seller there at 186. Just couldn't break over it, and now it's back. Putting in some new lows here. So SINT most likely done. It did couldn't get over that mark. And you guys just saw that. If you guys look at the chat replay, the live stream replay, 186. Soaked pretty well there on the ask, and it just couldn't break over it. And it did just put in some new lows there on SINT. Let's see, NTGN, no pop to short into, but that one's looking pretty good for some more fade. KOL, the chat pumper this morning. And FCL, probably the best play this morning. Victor's been all over that one on FCL. So this one has been probably the best play of the morning. Nice volume, putting in some new highs here, 56 cents. Never really broke that 50-cent mark since we broke over it. So if anyone took that 50-cent breakout, you guys are looking pretty good right now. And there's NTGN 306. So it didn't start in early on that one, but like I said, I'm being disciplined. Made the mistake on Friday. And you guys could see sometimes it'll work out in your favor, and sometimes it won't. Sometimes starting in early helps, sometimes it doesn't. So in this case on NTGN, starting in the 320s would have been very nice for me, but I just didn't do that. I wanted it higher. I was looking for like 340, didn't get there, and now the trade's going the other way, and that's gonna happen in trading. But you gotta look at it as I was a disciplined trader today. I played it smart. If I started in early and then I added and went in the other way, I could have took a big loss. So here's what it is. Let's see, KOL. Let's take off SINT because that one is just fading. KOL, light volume, trying to get over 4. And there's NTGN, 299, coming down to that target. Yep. So there's 293 on NTGN. So anyone did take the short, not a bad area to lock some in here at this 290 mark. SSR did just trigger, so we could definitely see a little bit of a bounce here at this 290 mark. Let's see how Roku's doing. That one was. Wow, so Roku hit 176. Just an absolute monster on Roku. Everyone's trying to time the top of the short, and it just keeps going. Who knows? This thing could get over 200, at this rate on Roku. We really don't know. But that's definitely a good one to play, if you guys like these bigger stocks. Good volume every day on Roku. Good range as well. So far, no trades on my end. 0 out of 0. Haven't taken a single trade this morning. Haven't seen a good setup. So there's no reason to trade. Unless I see a good setup. Let's see. KOL over 4. That one is trying to push. But just look at the volume bars on it, all sub 100K. Yeah, it's big spreads, but at the same time, this low baseline volume, low liquidity, large spreads, just not something I like getting involved with. Yeah, you could definitely, rip very hard, but at the same time, you gotta know what you're getting yourself into. There's FCEL, 57 cents. So FCEL being a beast this morning. $100K bidder there on FCEL, 55 cents. Yeah, I don't know how much water he drank like a whole bowl of water right there. All right, let's see FCEL coming back on down. VWAP at that 52-cent mark. Below that, it's gonna have some 50-cent support. So if you guys like FCEL, this could be an area you could look for some possible dip buy entries. KOL is slowly building on up here, putting in some higher lows. This one could definitely see a breakout coming on up, building some higher lows, forming this ascending triangle pattern. So let's see if KO is going to get this breakout. You can see FCEL, the bidder's right back, 106K bidder. Definitely a big buyer here on FCEL. Anyone long FCEL? Definitely is looking pretty good over there in FCEL for a bigger move coming on up. Not bad off that dip buy right there, off that 53-cent mark. I didn't pull the trigger, but it definitely looks like there's a steady buyer here on FCEL. The volume's looking pretty good as well. FCEL. If this is the ticker symbol right here, FCEL, is looking pretty good for a a bigger picture move on FCEL. So we'll see. Victor, you're long at 48 cents. Nice, man. You called that out earlier. Great alert there. Yes, seeing putting in nice higher lows here. You can see higher low, higher low, higher low. Coming up, squeezing here. So let's see if we could get the squeeze over the highs here. All right, good luck, Corey. What am I looking for in cool? I did tell you guys that I'm not the biggest fan of KOL. I do think this is a move by a possible chat room. So I don't think that this will be a good long, in my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I'm not the biggest fan of cool for a long this morning. The volume's too light. Doing sub 100K bars. Spreads are big. Low liquidity. So I'm not the biggest fan of Cool. I'm not saying he can't run. This thing could definitely run on up, but that's just my take from what I'm seeing on it, and who I anticipate is behind this possible move on KOL. So I'm kind of leaning more towards the fader side, to answer your question. I do think this thing will dump back on down. But I'm definitely rooting for you, Corey. I'm definitely rooting for that. It goes in your favor. You got it, Mark. If anything, right now, if I was looking for a trade, it'd probably be over on FCEL. I do like the volume I'm seeing on FCEL. I like this starting to curl here on the daily chart. That would probably be my play if I was looking for something this morning. I'm seeing a lot of games there on the level 2 on FCL. You guys are seeing that? You guys are seeing, 100K bidders. People, upping their size there. You can see, 100K, 163K bidders. So definitely some games here on the level 2. Definitely some strange things going on in this level 2. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Definitely be a good thing. Could definitely mean there's definitely some bigger hands in play here, trying to push this up higher on FCEL. There's KOL, cracking on down 380s. So you guys can see I was just chat pump there on KOL. And I could definitely see why a newer trader would have thought low float news starting to curl on up. But as you gain experience, as you see these things happen, you'll be able to spot out which ones are the real plays, which ones are the chat pumps. You guys see, I spotted that play KOL out in pre-market. I even said this is probably gonna be a chat pump target in pre-market. All right. Let's see, FCEL hasn't really given a nice pullback opportunity to get long. Maybe, back at that 53 cent mark. I was looking for more towards 50 cents. But it looks like it is holding that VWAP mark. So if you guys really like it, you could, get in here, risking that 52.50 mark, which has been holding throughout the morning. Yeah, Corey, I totally hear you, man. Nothing wrong with trying out some new trades. And it's good you're doing it on paper. You don't want to be testing out some new strategies on real. Do it on paper first. Once you see that it's had some good success, then transfer it over to your real account. Yeah, that's how these chat pumps work. They go on a quick breakout. They'll hit some new highs, and then they'll come back down, and then usually they won't hold their gains. And then some of them will sneak up on you and really go. So, but most of the time, they're gonna fade. But then you'll get that rare one or two that will sneak up on you, and it'll smoke shorts. Rob lost $6. It's not bad. It's a commission right there. Kind of a break even trade. Yeah, great advice, Stock Block. As long as you learn, even for someone like me who has like a pretty good experience, you still want to be learning from each trade you make. So you guys saw on Friday, I would say I made a little bit of a FOMO trade, and kind of learn from it. I'm not mad that NTGN, I didn't start in early because the same thing could have happened. What happened Friday? I got a little FOMO started in early, and it kind of bit me in the butt. So every trade you guys should learn from, whether you've been trading for 5 years, 6 years, or you've been trading for 3-4 months. So definitely good to if you're going to learn from your mistakes. So 9:54 right now. I haven't made any trades, haven't seen any good setups, so no reason to force anything if I don't see any good setups. I'm not here to gamble. I do this full time. I'm serious. This is my full time job, so I'm not here to gamble my money away. I trade proven setups that have worked for me over the past years. So that's how I trade. And look at FCL. Definitely a bidder here. You guys can see that, right? Definitely a bidder there on FCL. Someone soaking this up. Someone propping this on up. Anyone know if they have any warrants overhead? Something along the lines of that. I didn't check the fundamentals on it, but if anyone knows that they have some overhead warrants, you could definitely see some bigger hands push this on up, try to exercise those warrants. There's KOL 430s. So there's those bidders on FCL. And looks like they are gone there. Yes, so all those bidders that were right there just all gone. Looks like they someone sold on into them. And some pretty heavy selling volume there. So we'll see, coming back down to view up. And I think we did just crack view up there. Was view up at 53 cents. So we cracked for a second there. Below that, we'll have 50-cent support. But we saw those big bidders there flash, get sold into. So we'll see what happens on FCL here. How do you check for warrants? Go head over to BAM SEC. Check out the latest 10Qs, and you could hit like Control F and type in warrants. Look for tables and see if they have any warrants. So bamsec.com. I'll show you real quick. So head over here, check out the financials. You could check out for warrants and look for tables. No, Rob, man. You shouldn't say that, man. I should have held cool. Why? What if you held cool and it went down to 350? Would you still be saying that? You did the right thing, stopping out below your stop. It's dangerous thinking, saying you should have held. You did the right thing. And I'm not trying to chew you out. I say this to anyone. As long as you stuck to your stop loss, you did the right thing. If your stop was 390 and you stopped that, you did the right thing. Because if you held and this thing's at 350, you took a big loss. Exactly. You stuck to your plan. You can't be mad. I still won't be long in KOL. Still his volume's still pretty crappy in my opinion. So this doesn't meet my criteria to long. So doesn't meet my criteria. I'm not gonna touch it. Some pretty heavy selling pressure now on FCL. The tape is looking a little bit heavy now. You guys can see that FCL, it's starting to look a little heavy. Yeah, so right as those bidders left, it looks like it just you started to dump on off, and the volume looked a lot weaker, and you could just see tons of selling pressure after those bidders left. We'll see if it holds 50 cents. Is a natural support line. I do breathe. Totally, man. Totally feel you right with you right there. As much as I want to trade, I'm fired up. It's Monday. First day back of the week. Was dying to look for a trade, but if we don't see anything, we gotta be disciplined. We can't, force stupid trades. Trade off our emotions. We gotta be disciplined. So, totally feel you on that, man. And it's gonna help you in the long run. Totally, Ricky. And everyone take advice from Ricky. Ricky's been trading for 30 years, so it's a 30-year vet. Telling you that. So definitely take his advice. Hey Ricky, I'm not sure what's your name in Discord, but if you want, DM me, man. I could make you can make you a moderator if you want. You can put your name in gold if you want that. If you don't, totally cool. Appreciate that, guys. I really do. It's good to see like a lot of you guys are here. Just to learn as well. You're not just to see me, take trades. It's not trading's not all about you know making just the trades. It's about the process. Hope you guys like kind of understand what I mean by that. There's a process beyond trading, and I want you guys to realize that. It's not about trading every day. If you guys could develop that process and have a good system going for you, I think that will help you in the long run as a trader. So I think I'm gonna put out a video tomorrow. I definitely am. I've been slacking on it. I've been saying this a lot, but I really got to get a good video out there for you guys. So I think I'm gonna do one on the trading process and what's my process like. My trading rules and go over what steps I have as a trader. Appreciate that, Ricky. It means a lot coming from you, a veteran in the in the trading world. Appreciate that. Rob, I'll definitely put out a video for you guys tomorrow. I promise. I will definitely put out a video tomorrow. I think Alex is gonna do one as well, but I think his it's gonna be a little different. I think Alex is gonna do like a IRL video, so like I think he's gonna go to like New York City, film some things, and shoot a cool video. So definitely check out Alex's video as well. Mine will probably just be just me going over. Probably gonna do a video on my trading process. I think it's an important video that you guys would like, and I think it'll be very helpful for you guys. Instead of doing recaps, that's usually what I put out, recaps. But honestly, I think I'm gonna start doing some different types of videos, doing recaps the past year. I mean, most of you guys are here anyway on the stream, and I kind of go over these plays live on stream. So I think I'm gonna put out some different types of videos. I don't know if you guys would like that, or you guys want me to stick with the recaps and whatever you guys think. Corey, I'll see you tomorrow, man, and feel free to DM me if you want to chat. Don't feel shy. Any of you guys could DM me. I'm here all day. Okay, cool. Yeah, Rob. I guess that'll be the video I'll do tomorrow. So this will be a video on the trading process. It'll be a very educational, in-depth video. So I definitely everyone go check out that video when I post it tomorrow. It's kind of the work that goes behind the scenes, that you don't see on the stream every day. So definitely be some new things that you guys should learn from that video. But right now it's 10:07. Doesn't look like I'm getting into any trades this morning. Not seeing anything worth taking. So I feel bad. I keep wrapping up the stream early, but I don't want to sit here and bore you guys. So if you guys have questions, I'll answer questions for another like 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes. If you guys just have questions, so it's the time to ask. I'm not looking for anything at the moment, unless something pops on up. Then I'll look for a trade, but it just doesn't look like I'm getting into anything this morning. It's good. If happy. I do. I'm not sure if you're still listening to, but that's key, man. The key to trading is actually not trading. As weird as it sounds, once you get to that point where like you're not trading, maybe like 2-3 days in a row. People like I would say rookie traders may call you out like, oh, why aren't you trading, man? You stink. No, whoever says that, you're wrong. That shows you got to a point where you have a great system going. You have good setups you're looking for, and if you're not trading, it shows you have discipline as a trader. It's very good to have. So when you get to that point, you're seeing you're not taking trades. It should be a good thing. It should be a good thing for you. You're like, wow, I stuck to my process. I didn't see any good setups, and I didn't take any trades. You should be proud of yourself. Well, should you not be proud of yourself if today I took a trade on Cool and I'm like, why the hell did I trade Cool? This doesn't go along with my process. It's not a setup I have in my playbook. I made a mistake today, and I didn't make that mistake today. I was a smart trader. I avoided it, and I stuck to my rules. Nice, Ricky. You're a scalper? Nice. Yeah, we do have come to in chat also. He likes trading like that as well. He scalps WKHS all the time. Nice. Yeah, occasionally I'll scalp, but not too often. What do I think of FCL? I liked it for a while, and the tape just started getting extremely heavy. You saw those. If you guys go back and look, saw big bidders probably propping this on up this morning, and they exited. And once they exited, play died. Play died. Oh, got you, Ricky. Oh, got it. Kind of like the day 2 setup that I trade, like NTGN, like a type of setup like that. Short, morning pop into weakness, into prior day resistance. Let it fade on out. Nice. APRN. I think this was a. I think this play had something to do with Bitcoin, if I remember correctly. Not Bitcoin, excuse me. BYND. Look at the daily chart. APRN, let's see. I mean, yeah, APRN, as far as a day trade, you can't really be taking a day trade on it, too low volume. But I mean, as far as the daily chart and maybe a swing potential, uh, I mean, it's starting to accumulate a little bit here. You see, you're starting to put in some higher highs, moving on up. Gonna have some overhead resistance at $9, and some more here at $10. So, it is building some higher highs here, but you can see the volume is still extremely light. I'd probably say wait for some sort of news catalyst to come on up on APRN. Without that, it's going to be tough to really start to get this push back on up to 10 plus on APRN. Yeah, Ricky, low hangers are the best. Easy ones, easy pickings. Low hanger setup for me would be like NTGN today. Not sure what your low hanger setup is, but it's like NTGN or my bread and butter setups. Day twos, weak volume at open. Push into prior day resistance. Love trading those. All right, it's 10:13 right now, so maybe I'll give the stream another 10 minutes or so for some last final questions. And I don't know if you're watching Nick the Winner. You still haven't DM me yet, man. You did it once, but I messaged you back. I don't think you got back to me. You still want the T-shirt, man. Make sure you DM me. What do I think about a Tesla? I'm actually not the biggest fan of Teslas. I don't know, something about the design and just not in love with. But I see the you want to go green. Yeah, I mean, if you like the Tesla and you want to go green, then go for it, man. But just something about the Tesla. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but they're cool, but just not my style of car. Yeah, the idea and speed are cool, but yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the cars. Yeah, I like sports cars. I'm a big Mercedes BMW guy. Am I a gamer? I wouldn't say I'm a gamer. I love playing video games. I don't play them as much as I used to, but yeah, I'm a console guy. I play Xbox. And I like the classic games. I like the Nintendo 64, the GameCube. I kind of like the classic games. So I like playing those a lot. My brother's a big gamer though. He is, PC. He plays all those games like Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege. He's really into gaming. Dreambox? No, no. I was never always disciplined. I don't think anyone could be that at first. It's like saying like LeBron James was good at basketball once he started. No, that's different. That's a bad example. But you know what I mean. No one can be disciplined at first. It takes skill. It takes time. It takes a lot of studying, a lot of practice. So you can't get disciplined overnight. I mean, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some losses. It's gonna take real trade experience, screen time to get disciplined. So yeah, in time, it'll definitely come, and it's good to learn, from you know experienced traders like me, Ricky, some other guys, to learn, what goes into, how do I become disciplined? What are the, what, how could I improve that skill? Yeah, exactly. It's a good example. Curry. He was pretty average when he got into the league. Wasn't an all star, but as time he just improved on his game. Or look at like Kawhi Leonard. I don't know if you guys are I'm a big basketball fan. I love basketball. Look at Kawhi Leonard. Came into the league. He averaged like I think he averaged like 7 8 points. So he had no offensive game either when he got in the league. He was all defense, and then as time he improved on his offense and became into a stud. He had an insane growth from his rookie year through like his third or fourth year in the league. So it's gonna take some time, take some practice. My first year trading wasn't that great either. It didn't really take. It took really to my second year to really, you know, reach that point where I started to find consistency in my trading. So that first year was a little rough for me, and second year was a big breakthrough year, and then my third year was a really really great year for me, and now heading on to my fourth year. Yeah, and you can apply that to anything. You want to surround yourself with people better than you. If you're not the smartest guy in the room, you might be in the wrong room. So you want to surround yourself with smart people, intelligent people. For trading. You want to be around better traders than you, and you can apply it to anything. Sports. You want to surround yourself with better athletes than you. They'll help you improve. Be more experienced than you, and they'll pass you that knowledge. So so yeah, it definitely helped Kawhi Leonard a lot. Being around Tim Duncan, Greg Popovich, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. I'm sure that rubbed off on him and helped him improve a lot as a an athlete. Yeah, appreciate that, guys. I want to pass as much knowledge as I have to you, and and there's guys who are way better than me too. So don't only learn from me, learn from other experienced traders as well. Ricky, great trader. He's been trading for 30 years. So learn some stuff from Ricky. Come to I think's been trading for over 10 years. So learn a little bit from Come to Life. Who else? So AC, AC, been trading for I think 5 or 6 years. He makes so much money. That guy, AC, very very great trader. He makes a ton of money. So definitely learn from AC as well. I appreciate that, man. You know, I wouldn't even consider myself the smartest guy either. So, if I could do this, you guys could definitely do this. Who is Ricky? He's a guy in the live stream chat, but I'm not sure his Discord name. I think he was gonna DM me, but he's been trading for over 30 years. So, very experienced trader. I'll probably make him a moderator in the Discord chat too, so you guys could you'll see his name in gold. If he DMs me, as long as he wants it. If he doesn't, totally cool. Hey, you guys saw? I don't know if you guys saw. It was like maybe a month ago. Guy Jeleni, he has his son. He's like in kindergarten. He got him trading. I think he was. I don't know if he was joking around, but he's like, "Yeah, my son made like 10 grand today trading." I thought that was like really funny. I don't know if you guys saw that. But yeah, his son's set for life though. So his son doesn't have to worry. His dad's Guy Jeleni, so. AJ, yeah, appreciate that, man. Thanks. Yeah, I hope I can put out some more some more videos. Live streams are great, but I want to put out some more educational videos. I think that'll help you guys a lot too. Cause I know that not everyone could watch the whole live stream again. But like a 10-minute video, you guys could watch it over and over again. That's how I look at it, Rob. I obviously I treat this as serious as possible. My full time job, but it almost like a little bit of a video game. Trading. So that's what my friends do. All my friends are playing like Fortnite and stuff like that. And like I play the stock market. Screw Fortnite. It's the best game in the world in the stock market. That's how I look at it. And it's just like a video game. You gotta train and train to get better and better. You rise to become the best trader. So it's the best video game in the world. Stock market. All right, it's 10:25. Maybe I'll give it another few more minutes and then I'll wrap it up. Get going. That's great, Rob. That you're passionate about this. That's awesome. It's gonna take you a long way. It's gonna separate you from some other guys who maybe half-ass this or, just do it for fun. It's gonna take you a long way being passionate about it. That's how I think that's how I succeeded too. I was very passionate about this from when I started. So, there's one thing that like it's different. There's one thing that you're greedy and you want to make money, and there's another thing if you're really passionate about this and you truly enjoy it. I think that's what separates a lot of people. If you're just in this for the money and you think you can you think you can get rich quick doing this, you probably not gonna last a while. But if you're really passionate about it and you dedicate yourself to it, I think you could definitely be, a successful, consistent trader and do it full time. But there's definitely a difference between guys like you and people who just want to get rich quick. So that's great to have. Yeah, Dreambox. Me too. I hate the week. I wouldn't say I hate the weekends. I just don't like them as much as they're. I don't like them as much as the weekdays. Back in high school, I was like, I couldn't wait for the weekends, to go hang out with friends and stuff. But now I'm like, the weekend sucks. Mondays are the best day of the week. And that's the discipline, As much as you like Mondays, you can't wait for Mondays. Not trading, not trading on a day like this where you're so excited shows discipline. So I didn't trade today. It showed I was very disciplined. As badly as I couldn't wait for today, I didn't make any trades. Yeah, guys, throw me some video ideas. I want to be more consistent with them. I'm definitely putting one out tomorrow. Be on the trading process, and if you want me to do a video on how to get started trading or whatever, like some shorting or some longing, I could definitely do that. And if you guys don't mind, give me a follow on Twitter, Instagram. I really appreciate that, or maybe a shout out on social media. That'd be great. We want to grow this community. We want to keep growing. The velocity trading community and turn this into a nice big trading community for everyone. So I really appreciate that. If you guys don't mind doing that, if not, totally cool. It's at Velocity Trading. Let me just make sure that's what it is. Yeah, it's just it's Velocity underscore trading, and my Twitter handle is in the link in the description down below at NickTrades20. Awesome, Rob. Thanks. Appreciate it. I'll give you a follow back as well. Nice. Come to life. One of his long-term picks, FMCC, up 22% today. So he's been killing it. He's a monster on these plays. He is a very, very good swing trader. Come to like he just researches these companies, dives into them, and just been killing it in all of his swing picks. ZYNE, Workhorse, AWXM. So he's been just killing it on these swings. So definitely learn from Come To as well. He's really good at what he does. Awesome, Rob. I'll give you a follow back on both platforms. Right now it's 10:30. No trades for me this morning. Didn't see any good setups, so didn't take any trades this morning. And I'll probably give the stream another few more minutes, and then we'll call it a morning. I'll be over in Discord, helping you guys out. So any last questions, I'll be happy to answer. All right. Let's see. Russell, I think cool will drop. Let me see. Cool. Yeah, this one has some potential for a a late day fade on KOL. Only up 30%, so it's not the most, but I definitely think this has some potential for a late day fade. Looking at the volume, only 3 million shares traded, so definitely think we could see an NTGN type scenario here where we see a lot of consolidation sideways, and then maybe towards lunch hour or end of day we'll see a late day crack, a late day fade. But yeah, definitely this volume is definitely indicating that it will have some potential to have a fade. Volume is very key in trading. It's good to track these things. Tracking what type of volume has squeeze potential versus what type of volume has fade potential. It's very key to observe those things and track those things. So, a good thing to do is maybe each day, track the top gainers and see what they've done. So, I don't know, maybe Friday, track NTGN, and you just gotta write in your notebook or write it in an Excel, saying, all right, NTGN, what happened here? What was the catalyst? What was the float? How much volume did it do today? What was the baseline volume? Was this a fader or was it a squeezer? And then you could see, over and over again, doing that for months and months, will give you a big edge, and you'll start to realize, like, wow, I'm able to spot these things out early, that this thing could be a nice squeezer today, or this thing could be a fader today. So just doing little exercises like that, will give you a good edge, and it's all about having an edge in the market. So you gotta do what you can to give yourself that edge. What's my Instagram? It's velocity_trading. Got you, Russell. I just gave you a follow back. Yeah, and that Instagram is run by me and Alex, so it's both of us. Sweet. All right, I'll give it one more minute. I'll wrap it up. Sorry for ending so early. Usually like to shoot the stream to like 11, but no trades today. So, but I did go over a lot of questions today. I think I stayed on for like another 30 minutes answering questions, so don't mind at all. Nice bounce on Workhorse from $3. See come to scalping that in chat. Sweet, Russell. I'll definitely check out your gram. I just gave you a follow. Right, I think I'm going to rack them up now. It's pretty slow. I'm not taking any more trades. And I answered a good amount of questions. So that being said, going to wrap up today's stream. Appreciate everyone for being here. See you all in Discord chat. If you guys aren't in there, definitely go check out our Discord chat. And we'll be back again, first thing tomorrow. Hopefully get some more setups tomorrow. And I could, look to get, some trades going for this week. So appreciate everyone being here. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.